All right, here we are on this beautiful Saturday here in LA. I don't give a crap what it's like where you guys are at. It's nice where I am, and that's all that matters.
It's a rainy day here in Indiana. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm not going to say where. Like LA, you could be anywhere.
You
but
know,
like
this whole doxing thing, it's like people forget that in the 80s, we had these giant phone books that you could look up someone's name and get their address and their phone number in.
so a phone? Like, is it like a book with like a bunch of phones that you can buy? Or?
Yeah, generally the pages were yellow. It's this crazy thing.
Phone books, man.
You know, all the okay, but actually though, like whenever I was a kid, all the phone books I had
them
were
in half
white
to show how strong they are.
Like I know usually they're supposed to be yellow pages, but like the ones that I always had were white pages.
Interesting.
There were white pages. They were called the white pages.
Well, there's two. There's white pages and yellow pages. Yellow pages are businesses. White pages are people.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Just because they printed on yellow paper. I thought it was the same book.
The more you know.
Yeah, right.
So today we are here to talk about episodes 29, 30, and 31 of Power Rangers Time Force. They were episodes.
Hey, these are some of the better half of the episodes. This is when things get less
juicy.
Yeah, I liked these. I think last week I enjoyed last week's a little more, but these were still fairly solid.
That Hollywood Monster Mash with
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't last week.
That's the best episode. I know.
We are not slamming movie madness up in here.
I didn't like that one either, Corey.
Before we jump into talking about these episodes, just want to look over in the chat here really quick. We've got Edward Sanchez Productions, Thomas Franco, William King, and Jared Hodges. Thank all of you for joining us. And Bryce, it was not a house party.
That's what you said in the chat.
It's an apartment.
You said everyone's here. I need 5 minutes. That's what you said. You said everyone's here. Give me a minute. And so I decided to, take the liberty because there's people waiting. So I wanted to let everybody know what's going on.
It was an intervention.
Are you sure? Are you sure you
not a house party?
Josh, are you sure you didn't have a kid and play at your place? Because if so, then
you're too young for that. What are you saying? Those words should be
no, it's okay because it was house party.
Corey, hush him out.
It was house party 3, so it's fine.
Hush him out, Corey.
Yeah. His mom was going to be home any minute. He needed to clean up, and so he needed a few extra minutes to get set up.
Actually, honestly, it was more like class act, but that's
I see what you did there.
So while we are discussing these episodes today, for those of you watching and joining us here in the chat, let us know your thoughts. Let us know if there is anything specific about these episodes that you wanted to discuss with us. Let us know. We'll go back and forth. But let's go ahead and jump in with episode 29. Jonathan, you want to give us a brief summary of this episode?
All right.
Wait a minute, 29 or 26?
29. You late, brother.
Whoa, you told me I watched the damn wrong episodes.
You're late, brother. Look at you. Look at you. Anyway, episode 29.
You've seen these before.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen these before, Corey. Come on now.
I can roll with it, I guess.
I thought you said you were coming into this episode because it was specifically these episodes.
Exactly.
Well, man. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So episode 29, Alex is back. He has came to the present because apparently history is currently being altered. According to him, and so the Rangers kind of regroup back at the time ship. Alex is telling everybody what's going on. Frax is broken away from Ransik, which pretty much he has been keeping eyes on, and of course he hasn't really told them that he's the one. Well, actually, yes, he did. He said everything that's been going on up to this point, I've allowed to happen. So Alex has been pretty much pulling the strings, helping the Rangers, sending them the equipment. He's the one sending the Shadow Lunar. He's the one that sent them all the stuff. He basically just reveals it like all the stuff that you guys been getting is because of me. And Eric too. Well, Eric is not there, but pretty much he's been sending Eric, the mega battle and all that stuff. So Yeah, the TFE. So he's telling the team that I'm gonna take over as Red Ranger. They be like, whoa. The Ranger's like, hold up. What you mean you taking over? Wes has been leading us well. Well, I wouldn't say lead. He's been our Red Ranger. He's been doing a bang up job up to this point. And Alex is like, yeah, true, but he needs to be taking over his father's company because tomorrow his father is on the deathbed. I'm like, and Wes doesn't believe this. He gets a ring from Eric saying like, yo, your father is in the hospital. You need to be here.
Your father's on the deathbed, and so
your father's on the deathbed. Whoa.
I was like, and Wes is like, oh, all right, here's my morpher. I'm out of here. Like, okay, the sad thing is,
I'm out of here.
Sad thing is, Wes takes his morpher off. He doesn't even hand it to Alex. Alex just yeets it from his hand. He just like swipes.
Alex is like, thank you.
He's like, give back my morpher. You don't deserve it.
Give back my morpher, Grandpa.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It's
Take your old ass to the hospital. Get out.
You know, Grandpa was dating his girlfriend, so you know.
It's 1,000 years.
It's
At that point, I think it's okay. You know,
1,000-year difference.
1,000 years, like at that point, like. You know, I mean, they're related, but how related are they actually?
I know you're allowed to be like in different zip codes, like right. That's the thing. You know, like if you're in a different zip code, it's not cheating. But does the year?
What? Hold on, that didn't make any sense. If you're in a different zip code, it's not cheating.
Yeah, you have to watch like '90s movies.
What the? Okay, boomer. Anyway.
Anywho. So they all regroup back at the clock tower. Alex is judging them on their clothing that they're wearing, their equipment that they don't have, and just he's like, "Yo, get your butts back into your uniforms. Y'all look ridiculous." So they find a meteor crashes into the bay. You find out that it's Frax's new creation, Dragontron. Alex, like, all right, Corey, hush. There's a specific point. There's a weak point on Dragontron that they had to shoot the energy core, which is pretty much at the back of Dragontron. And Alex is like, if we miss it even by a millimeter, the core will explode, taking us with it. So I'm gonna state my problems with this. They are right there. They have a full clear shot of it. I know he said, like, if we miss it by a millimeter, it will explode. But you are right there. You have the shot. Take it.
Listen, they don't have the force.
Criticizing Time Force?
None of them are Luke Skywalker, yo.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not criticizing Time Force. I'm criticizing. This is Alex's command protocol. This is what I'm.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying this was a plot error.
No, this is not even a plot error. This is actions criticization that I'm.
I have a plot error.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Or a plot error.
So Frax shoots Dragontron and say like, "Hey, look behind you. The Rangers are here," and the Rangers are getting their butts kicked. Wes takes over his father's company until his father gets better. Eric doesn't like this because I was like, that should have been me. I should have been taking control of this company, not him. So Eric goes out to help the team face off Dragontron. They still get their butts kicked, but Dragontron gets injured, and Alex is pissed off at the team. Like with the performance y'all did today, we should have won. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, did you not care about the future of what's going on? It's just Alex is just like full on just berating the team. I'm just like, it makes me feel like, dude, I just want to drop kick you to the floor right now because you have no idea what you're talking about.
I like Alex.
I don't. I hate his guts so much.
Look, I want to know, because this is the biggest plot hole in this series. Captain Mitchell was
Lightspeed Rescue. That's a different series.
No, what's this captain's name?
Logan?
Yes, Logan. Captain Logan was Alex's superior. So why is now Alex over Captain Logan?
That's
yes.
surprising.
Exactly.
When did that happen?
Surprise. surprise, surprise, Alex is the supreme.
He started hiding in the closet. Now he's the boss now.
but also not only that, but Alex was also watching everything unfold, and it was like he was like the fucking TVA up in here. He's like, well, I was letting these things happen.
No.
He's like, listen, I wanted to let you guys fix this shit yourself, but you guys just kept
like,
effing it up.
If he knew what needed to happen, why didn't he just step in?
No, not even the TVA. Not even the TVA.
He did. Remember? Did you watch this week's episode?
No.
Wait, what?
Josh said, like, why didn't he step in? I'm like, he did. Remember this week's episode?
Oh,
yeah. Not the rest of the time. Like, he didn't show up. Like, and he has a time ship. Why didn't he just go back to before Ransik came, land where Ransik did, and then just take care of the problem?
Josh, you really want to be talking about time paradox on the show right now, knowing how much of a headache they give.
Or they could have just gone before Ransik was created and stopped Ransik from being created.
Or go back in time 1,000 years ago and then take out Ransik.
It's dark.
That's dark.
No, but for real, I mean, I get the whole time paradox thing and plot holes and all that kind of stuff, but for me, that just kind of became a plot hole that they could have solved, because the whole reason that the time force that we know that we've been watching this entire time were there was because their ship crashed. But Alex has just been sitting on the sidelines with a working time ship. It's just
I guess they have more than one time ship to use.
Yeah, so why didn't he use it to make a difference before they crashed?
What was the excuse in Time Ranger?
I forgot. I totally forgot. But dude was watching them. He's the one sending them their equipment anyway. So, and he does.
It was limited, or I forget.
I forgot. The last time I watched Time Ranger was last year, and I don't even remember every piece, but mainly the important stuff. But
Well, in Time Ranger, I haven't watched Time Ranger, but in Time Ranger, he's already the captain, right?
Yes, he's already the captain.
He's the captain since episode 1.
Yeah.
Yes,
so it's weird when he shows up. You get what I mean? Because they were talking to him the whole time.
Right.
But now it's
he's wearing
Alex being a secret closet guy, being mysterious, and then Captain Logan is the captain. And then it's how is Alex the captain?
Alex is the time travel equivalent of the dude in the van in superhero things.
On top of all of that, he's shitting on everything. He's like, well, this is the best computer that you guys have, dude.
Yeah.
You've been watching us.
What do you expect?
You knew all of this.
This is what it is. I'm just you guys he's ungrateful because one, he's so used to the year 3000 that he has to, rely so much on only 2000s.
He a city boy in the country.
A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's court.
Alex,
you telling me I gotta pump my own water? What is this? You don't have running water around here?
What was the baseball one?
Baseball one?
No, there was one that it was basically the same thing where it was a kid who played baseball who got sent back in time to the Middle Ages.
Oh, the Sandlot.
Oh. Yes, the Sandlot.
Oh, Sandlot. That was a good movie. But yeah, that's pretty much episode 29. Alex is he's a butt. If you guys watch Boy Meets World, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Wait, what does that have anything to do with Boy Meets World?
It's a reference. What I said is a reference.
He's a butt is a reference to Boy Meets World.
In the most recent episode of Doom Patrol, there's were butts.
Wow, that's so funny. Butts are so funny, guys.
Hey, before we go on to the next episode, I got a question.
Yep.
So episode 26, Steelix, is it not a Pokemon name?
Stop it, Corey.
Well, look, there's 1,000 Pokemon. Okay, eventually there's gonna be some crossover there.
It's still.
I mean, come on. One of the Pokemon is just called Mr. Right? Mime.
Hey, all we can say is we all know that's Ash's father.
Mr. Mime is Ash's father?
It's an inside joke.
Oh. You guys remember whenever they made Mime?
I don't really know Pokemon.
That's the joke.
Okay. So since all these episodes are more or less connected. So, Bryce, you want to give us a rundown of 30?
Oh, I suppose. So, Alex is being a real jerk again. I at some point I literally thought that like not Michael Capone, Lucas was going to literally like walk up to Alex and just like absolutely like deck the dude.
Like what a guy did to
yeah. Like super Sentai style, like just like clock him right in the face.
Across the face.
Yeah. Honestly, should have. That would have been really funny, but they didn't. So, but yeah, something at the hospital. Wes's father is dying, so that's kind of cool. And then Eric has decided to leave Silver Hills.
Because he didn't get the
because
he got butthurt. I didn't get the job.
So he leaves his pet behind with his BFS, the 6-year-old Alice.
He didn't even ask her parents if she was allowed to have the birds. He was just like, "Here, you deal with it."
He saved her life. So what do you expect? They're like, "Hey, I saved her life," and
so like I'm not the only one who finds it a little like weird that Eric's only friend is like a 9-year-old. Like, is this
what?
I mean, they both have the same maturity level, so it does kind of make sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, who does Eric talk to?
The 9-year-old.
That girl.
Besides her, who does Eric talk to?
His subordinates.
Yeah.
I
guess it's probably. It's Mr. Collins and then the 9-year-old. I guess is friend hierarchy.
Mr. Collins because he wants to be on top. That's the reason.
Mr. Collins is probably in his will and testament, I would say.
No.
If I die, Mr. Collins can have my bird.
Well, not anymore. He gave it to that girl.
Yeah, right. He could become the Quantum Ranger. Anyway, so later that day, the big Dragontron robot monster shows up in the city. Alex, leads the Rangers into battle with the Zords, and then Eric shows up again. So he left and then immediately returned.
He was still in the taxi. The taxi was just driving.
He was still in the taxi and he's watching.
Why have this whole thing where he's like, I'm leaving, and then literally like 3 minutes later, he's just like, okay, I guess I'm back. Like,
I think it's because
there's probably like 30 to 45 minutes in between those two scenes happening, and he asked the taxi driver to just drive him around town for one last look before he left.
yeah. So he's like driving in circles around what's it called, Silver Hills. Yeah.
I think it's because like once he saw that the team was kind of getting it together, he realized like, oh yeah, they're winning now. I guess Wes might be back. I guess Wes is back.
Did Eric ever realize that Alex wasn't Wes?
No, but he saw that they were getting their butts kicked, so that's the reason why he always shows up. Bryce, he does what Barai does in Zoo Ranger. He only shows up when the team.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what all the 6 Rangers do. It's like, oh, there's trouble over. Let me show up at the last minute.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I said 6 Rangers like a commoner.
Sorry, really quick. Larry Newbill is in the chat. Welcome, Larry. Thanks for joining us. How's it going?
What's going on, Larry?
But so Eric decides to immediately return. And there's this like energy thing on the ground, and so Alex says that they should destroy it, but then Jen says no or something, and then Alex yells at Jen. Already having some marriage is I guess they never got married. So
premarital problems.
Yeah. Something tells me they might call off the wedding. I don't know.
In the comic, like the reason why Alex is a dickhead all of a sudden is because of the time manipulation that's going on.
Are you serious?
So he changed a little bit.
Oh gosh, this is why Sins of the
I want to read this comic book, but at the same time I don't want to. I'm like,
I don't want to read. I don't even want to.
But I'm just like, that's not good enough for me to want to read it.
I don't even want to read the book again just to see if that was.
You read it?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about it, man.
I didn't like. I told you I didn't like it.
In our last episode, when we do the finale, you can give us an update on Sins of the Future. And
oh god, do we have to?
I'm not reading that book again. I'm
not
reading
it.
I want to read it.
Why would I'm not?
I didn't understand it the first time. I'm not gonna understand it the second time.
Like, for real.
Man, okay. But
I'm sorry for interrupting, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, that was quite rude of you, actually, Corey. Chat, back me up on this. Anyway, So Frax, shows up, does something, and then Circuit goes and does a thing, and we're back at the hospital now, and Wes's dad is doing very bad, and then Dr. Zaskin kind of shows up and talks to Wes because he was there whenever his dad got shot or blasted.
Wait. So
yeah.
Okay, I have to cut you off here.
Okay.
So he says that he was there, starts to explain what was going on, and then I was knocked out. But here's what happened after I was knocked out.
Yeah, right. Well, his eyes were closed.
Yeah. He was just pretending.
He was listening. Yeah.
Wait, we're not there yet. But I think the episode is coming back in my mind. This is when the thing happens where he puts it in his hand, right?
Yeah, the little ball.
Yeah. I'm pointing at Blackwing.
Puts what in his hand? What are you talking about?
The go back to life orb.
Oh yeah. That.
But yeah, Zaskin basically tells Wes that he was proud that he went on his own path, blah, blah, blah. Honestly, it really only seemed like he was proud of Wes until it looked like he was going to die. He wasn't proud of Wes.
Is this regrets? That's how it happens. That's real life, though.
That is real life.
Yeah.
That's real life.
That's real life right there.
But yeah, even just moments before that happened, like he was still like, Wes, blah blah blah, you're stupid for joining the Rangers, and then he almost and then he gets shot, and then all of a sudden he's proud of it. Like, I get it. It's like I'm probably gonna die kind of thing, so I should maybe say I'm proud of my son.
He actually said it right there before.
Yeah, he said it before he got shot.
He said it right before.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. But
because
still,
Ransik was going off on him, and he's like, "Oh, what do you mean? You threw your son away or whatever?" He's like, "No, I'm proud of my son. He's forging his own path."
But yeah, but still, like, since when? Like he's only proud of him now that he's got like a blaster pointed at him, Like,
it's one of those. It's one of those.
I get it.
It's one of those things where it'd be like, if this be the day I take my last breath, I just want to say this, that I am proud of you. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it was just like just like in that episode, he was still nagging on Wes. So I don't know, but okay, then Zaskin says it turns out he was proud of him, and then yeah, right. And so Wes gets in fancy limo and then gets out of the limo and then runs back to the clock tower. And Circuit says, "Whoopsies, the Rangers are in trouble," or something. And the Rangers are in big trouble because Alex is not a good leader. Which Alex never really had to lead the team before because the team weren't Rangers before, right? So
they
Alex
weren't even Rangers
really
yet. He was he was just a solo act.
Yeah. Which it's so weird because I understand that like Wes is the Red Ranger and so was Alex, so Alex had to take his place. But Alex was never the leader. Wes was never the leader. Jen was the leader. And so it's like, he took all this power away from Wes, but Wes was never the leader in the first place. So
if anything, he should have gone to Eric and taken the Quantum Ranger thing.
Which is funny because isn't that what happened? Isn't that what happens in Time Ranger?
Yes, he was his counterpart. He was the original Quantum Ranger, and he would basically pretty much he basically created a whole paradox just to prevent so that he doesn't die, and he created a different ship so that way the other Time Fire would die. He basically was trying to prevent his own death, but in the end, he still got he still got his comeuppance. Corey knows.
No, I didn't get that far.
Then I just spoiled it for you, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I knew this since back when, back in 2000. So yeah. I mean, I just
you had access to Sentai back in 2000.
Huh?
You had access to Sentai back in the 2000?
Man, I had to order VH tapes from Japan, bro.
I salute you.
Yeah, that was the year I was born.
Yeah, you go to a website
Crazy.
and they'll send you a VHS tape of it recorded from TV.
You can't even drink yet, can you?
And it's
I don't turn 21 until November.
Wait, well, I didn't hear it.
And it was subbed or it was no subtitles?
No, it was just raw.
Oh, dang. I can't do that. It
was raw.
I need subtitles. I can't do that.
Like, man, I need to. I watched it. That's how I watched my. And then around that when Decorator came out, that's when I started watching subs and everything. So.
All right, I got you. But yeah, I can't.
I need like that Matrix type stuff, so I can just like plug something into my head and be like, "Dope! I know Korean now."
Oh. If the Matrix was real, good lord, what a society!
It is real. We're living in it right now.
Anyway,
you
can't prove that we're not.
I want to wake up. I don't like it here.
Right. But the Rangers are in big trouble. Wes shows up. He takes down Frax. Alex is like, maybe he should be the Red Ranger after all. And Alex realizes that he's not a good leader. And then hands his morpher to Wes, who wasn't the leader in the first place. But whatever. And so
fine.
And
it's fine.
What was that?
I just like it's fine.
Oh yeah, but so Frax says, I don't care who the Red Ranger is, I'm gonna take you down anyway. And honestly, like, I understand that the Rangers' chemistry is better with Wes, but I find it hard to believe that Wes would have been much greater of an asset than Alex in this scenario. They would have great.
They would have taken down Dragontron like an episode already.
And he's like, just take the shot.
Maybe.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm sure the writers would have just come up with some other reason why not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sick. He had the flu, so they had to go in without him. So it was just 4 Rangers and a Megazord.
I'm done. Anywho.
But meanwhile, back at the hospital, Mr. Collins flatlines and
that was dark. That was dark.
Yeah. But then Alex comes in and gives him a thing.
Okay,
remember that thing. Remember it. Don't forget it.
So I need to ask you guys a question about that scene. So Alex brings Mr. Collins back to life. Wes eventually goes back to the hospital and sees the empty bed there and assumes that Mr. Collins didn't make it. He's crying on the bed. Mr. Collins comes in and he's like, "Oh my God, you're alive." Wouldn't it have been better plot-wise if we didn't see Alex save Mr. Collins and then Wes comes in, sees the empty bed, thinks that he's dead, and then Mr. Collins comes out and is like, guess what? I'm better. Because that kind of ruined the emotional moment that could have been for Wes. Because
I think that would have been too dark.
We knew that.
No, because if you do it the other, I think it's hard either which way. Either you show how he was saved, or you just
done a flashback,
or like you show how you're saved, or you think he's dead and then show how you're saved in a flashback. Like
I think that would have been too traumatic because you already said that him flatlining was dark. Like the empty bed, I think would have been even more
that would have been it.
So like and it is still a show for 7-year-olds.
Yeah. And I guess that is the thing. Like if it wasn't a show for kids, the other way would have been a lot better.
Yeah. Right. And I totally agree. I would have actually I thought it would. I agree. I think it would have been better if they kind of show the empty bed, Wes, boo-hoo, oh, my dad's dead, and then show
how'd that go again?
Boo-hoo, my dad's dead, and then show Alex reviving him. But
because Mr. Collins doesn't know that Alex is Alex.
Yeah, he doesn't even know anything about Alex.
Right. Because he said, well, I saw you.
Yeah.
So I think it would have. I think it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that would have been.
It just for me personally, again, looking at this through the lens of someone who's an adult, it just like knowing that he survived just took away any of the emotional impact that could have had otherwise.
Right.
Also cool enough for Eric to give Wes a ride to the hospital too.
Yeah, he's like, hop in.
And like, I'll give you a ride. I was like, oh.
Their love-hate relationship.
Get in the whip.
Like, get in. I'll give you a ride.
Layla just came in. $5 super chat. Thank you so much. She says, it still amazes me how dark the show went while having a Y7 rating.
You should watch Jetman. She probably already has, but
She has.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, and actually on Tubi though, I don't know what it's rated in Japan, but on Tubi it is rated TV 14. So because the Jetman is dark. What was that, Corey?
Do they even have ratings in Japan?
I don't know.
No idea.
But I know on
sure
Tubi, Jetman is rated TV 14. Which honestly, some of those episodes were even like grotesque for me. Like it was just like, ugh. You remember when a guy died the first time? Whenever the crystals
was horrific.
were coming out.
That was horrific.
Yeah.
When Homeboy was turning into the pretty night or whatever, and he's like,
Yeah.
That was like
the zombie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, Japan and their bodily horror stuff, they do well with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just having some flashbacks right now to some stuff I watched back in the day.
Right, so how did this episode end?
Alex goes home.
Yep, that's it.
Go home, Alex.
Alex gets the hell out of here.
Get him out of here.
So they're meeting at the beach, and then Alex is leaving, and then Wes goes, "You said my dad, didn't you?" And then Alex is like, "Maybe I did, maybe I didn't." And then he like gets on his or he teleports away, or he gets on a time. Something happens, and
he gets on the time ship, and he out of here. He out of here.
So bye, Alex.
But there was a conversation that does kind of affect things that Alex had with Wes, because Wes was like, "You're the one that saved my father, right? What about changing the future? What about changing?"
Oh
the
yeah,
future
yeah. He's like, now wasn't that playing with destiny? He's like, we all make our own destiny. You taught me that. I'm like,
So that's definitely against the rules.
He's in charge. He's in charge of time Force. He can.
Yeah, but he doesn't get to decide the time travel rules.
Yeah, no.
I mean, like,
he probably wrote them.
Yeah, right. The TVA decides that.
the timekeepers do.
Yeah, the timekeepers.
Hey, we're not
the Morphin Masters.
Universe. You need to cut it out.
The multiverse is a thing, yo.
Much, yeah. The multiverse.
This is considered omniverse. This is the multiverse within the multiverse. Is called.
Okay, we're not. Please stop making my brain hurt even more. Corey.
Metaverse.
Oh man, I've been trying to figure out the DCU. I'm an expert.
I mean, I've read an X-Men Star Trek crossover. I've read a Power Rangers Justice League crossover. So it's out there.
The multiverse is there in the media. It
exists.
I hate it's a thing now.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Power Rangers crossed over with
Ninja Turtles.
Oh, well, I was gonna say the Justice League, and in the '90s, the Justice League did cross over with Marvel, so same multiverse confirmed.
There you go.
Well, and back in the '90s, Marvel did the Power Ranger comics, so
yeah, they did. Yeah,
and they did a few seasons of Super Sentai.
He's right.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to do it.
That was too good. That was way too.
Corey just just did not have any of that at all.
Corey's like, I hate you.
Corey's like, not funny. Didn't laugh.
Didn't laugh. Did not laugh.
Corey's like, I hate you nerds. You nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Mighty Morphin is the best.
And Layla says that the early Sentai showed some things that the modern Sentai would never do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
In addition to that, Alex realizes that he was an asshole.
Yes.
He doesn't necellily stop being an asshole. He just realizes that he was being one.
All right. Blackwing, real quick question here. So, who's the bigger asshole? Alex or Guy from Jetman?
Oh, that's a good question. That is a good question. Well,
Wouldn't Guy have more screen time?
yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Guy on that one. And I'm not being biased. That's the truth. Guy was more the asshole than
I
Alex.
mean,
Alex showed up for like a episode and a half.
Yeah, sure.
He stepped out. Then he had to change.
Yeah, but while he was there,
Guy was definitely more of the asshole than Alex was. Alex, Guy
actually like punched his Red Ranger in the face multiple times.
I'm
sure he had a good reason.
They got some.
That's just tradition in Japan. Those Red Rangers stay getting punched by their team members.
Pretty much.
Everybody was getting. I mean, like Birdman Dan got punched. Raita got punched. I'm sure Guy got punched at some point. But back then Super Sentai was weird because there was multiple episodes where Guy would grab the foot soldier by the crotch and throw him.
And just
in Die Ranger, they hit him in the.
What are you doing, Corey? That does not look right.
That's what
they did in the show.
That's what they did.
They hit the.
Apparently.
No, don't do that.
Corey,
it's okay. It's okay. In the chat, Jared Hodges says Guy is a bigger asshole.
I agree.
He's correct. He is correct. Anyway, this episode is done. Can we move on to episode 30?
Yeah, let's move on to 31. I did not like this episode.
Oh, come on.
Is this the night one?
It was weird.
No, this is not
Undercover.
That's next week.
Oh,
I want, and I'm not.
I got beef with that episode. That's why I'm waiting for it.
I'm not gonna be on for that one, which sucks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think. Okay, so for me, I think my problem with this is it's
an epilogue to this arc. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's that they went like almost like the Big Bang Theory route a little bit, like Steve Urkel type thing. Like obviously Urkel was a big thing, a couple of years before this show came out.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So the Rangers go undercover, but they're dressed up as like big fucking nerds. Like like Wes has his pants hiked up like halfway up his stomach, the glasses and the suspenders, and Jen is kind of dressed up basically the same way.
Wes should have wore a long sleeve shirt.
Like I get that that's like the normal dork attire, but I just kind of felt that it was, again, this is 2000, 2001, whatever. So it's a different time that it is now. Yeah. But I kind of feel like it was, demeaning. It was making fun of nerds.
I mean, to be fair, it completely backfired, and the girl at the desk was like totally hitting on him, even though he looks like a complete dweeb.
Okay, here's the thing, and Layla, you can attest to this. Seeing Jen just be complete salty over another woman that's just first of all feeling on Wes, complimenting him, and her reaction of just how she just. She's like, we have a job to do here. What are you doing? She's just citing the clipboard in annoyance. I'm like, why do I gotta deal with this?
Yeah, I should have went back with Alex. Is probably what she
should have been like, I should have brought Lucas instead.
Yeah,
that's the thing. She should have said that. Like, I should have brought Lucas.
It's just I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, if it had been done in earnest, I think I would have been okay with it. But the fact that it was like actually done for laughs, it was just kind of it was one of those like weird, just I don't know.
It was odd. I don't really know if it
didn't play it was for me.
It was odd.
I mean, even the part earlier in the episode with the scrawny dude, and that dude was like really, really scrawny.
That like 5 years later, that would have been DJ Qualls.
I have no idea who you're talking.
The new guy. Well, have you seen Road Trip?
Josh, your references are not gonna work with us.
Have you seen Road Trip?
No.
What year did this come out?
Supernatural? Have you seen Supernatural?
I don't watch Supernatural, but I know about it. Yes.
He was Garth on Supernatural. I don't like. You're probably still like I get.
Josh, there was 15 seasons of that show. He could have been anyone in any of those episodes. Like there's probably 5 Garths in Supernatural. Like
just one.
Thank you, Bryce. He was like, Josh, there's 15 seasons of Supernatural. Who do you think is gonna remember one character named Garth in a total of 15 seasons and I don't know, like 100 and something, 100 or 200 something episodes?
Hold on.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna.
There's a what about Beast Boys?
I'm gonna put this in the chat because so click on this link that I just put in the chat and look at this dude.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, I swear, you and your
I can't get back
old
on
people
my, so
stuff,
I can't see
Aaron.
it. If I go to the chat, I'm gonna be stuck.
I'm looking at.
Okay, he does look kind of like that guy.
Right?
Road Trip 2000. Like, you think I saw that? I was busy being born. Like, come on.
For the entire year?
Yeah. I was born at the end of the year,
feel
which
sorry.
means I was being, developed.
I feel sorry for your mom.
No. I'm in the womb for 9 months. I was born in November. I was in the womb for most of 2000.
Bruh.
Do you know how, like, birth... Are we going to have to talk
about? No.
Pass my sympathies on to your mother.
Everybody is in the womb for 9 months. Like, what do you mean? Like...
Yeah, but this was specifically you.
Right.
Oh, well...
Bryce,
actually, my birth was actually, like, pretty, like, rough. Yeah. Okay, I got a funny story. Okay, so, all right. So here's a little insight onto my birth, right? I'm coming out, right? I'm already tired of it because I've got the, like, umbilical cord, like, wrapped around my neck. And I'm, like, choking myself. And so so I come out of the womb, like, choking on my own umbilical cord, right? And so, like, I've already, like, I don't want any part of this.
I can't believe we're actually talking about this right now.
And so they have to, quickly, like, cut it off, or else I will suffocate due to my wrapping of the umbilical cord around my
Wait, did you say this is what really happened?
Oh my god.
This is real. This is a true story.
Oh. Okay. Congratulations. And sorry.
I mean, it's crazy because I'm not saying anything because he's not the only, born child that went through that same thing.
Oh, you too?
Yeah, apparently so.
So really,
umbilical cords, man.
I don't know what's going on right now.
I don't know, but after that uplifting story,
please.
After that uplifting story, I just want to go back to the chat. Jared Hodges points out that DJ Qualls was also in Z Nation, which is a much more recent show that was on Sci-Fi. So, man. Anyway, so yeah, back to this episode.
Oh, brother.
I don't know. What did you guys like about it? Jonathan, give us your
whenever it was over and I didn't have to watch anymore.
I like the bit of Jen getting pissed off at Wes. So, like, what?
Yeah, that was funny.
What monster did they fight? Yeah. Like, I partly remember this.
I don't know. I don't care.
This was Mr. Mechanel, I believe. This was the one where, so in the very beginning of the episode, they're out and about, and some dude from a gym is like, come try my energy drink, you'll be able to get super strong. And so they get this DJ Qualls looking dude to come over, and they give him a sip of the drink, and he's like, and he goes over and he picks the weight up, and he's like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
he goes,
what did the monster look like though?
Dude looked like a control panel, I guess. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I guess.
This is episode 29?
31.
31.
Before he's actually looking up the monster.
I mean, he kind of looked like a weird, like wizard, Mysterio type thing with a bug head.
While you guys are figuring that out, going back to the chat real quick, Layla says that she was not in the womb for 9 months. So I guess I was wrong. Not everybody is in the room for 9, but I guess that is true though. Like people can I guess be longer or shorter.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was the whole thing behind again, a show that you probably don't remember on, was it ABC Family or Freeform or whatever it's called now. There was a show called Kyle XY.
Never heard of it.
He doesn't have a belly button.
Yeah, he doesn't have a belly button because he was a clone. But the whole concept behind that was that the longer someone stays in the womb, the smarter they will be. So he was kept in the womb for like 16 years or something like that. Artificial womb, not like a real person's womb. So they made it like an artificial womb. He was developing in that for like 16 years, and he had like psychic powers.
That's the trick right there. That's what we need to do. Write notes, everybody. And so
if you're gonna have a kid, just like
next time around,
just keep it in for a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah, all right. Anywho,
that is.
But yeah, this episode is basically kind of like an epilogue to the whole Destiny arc and everything, and
Wes gets the Stratocycle.
Oh yes, Wes gets a new toy.
Oh, that stupid hover cycle thing.
Stop judging the toys, Corey. You know you bought them.
I didn't buy that one.
The other thing that I thought was interesting was the one guy was called Mr. Feeney.
Yes.
Yo, I didn't catch that. Really?
Yes, he was like very good, Mr. Feeney. I'm like,
the guy at the gym.
Yes, the skinny.
Oh, okay. I completely missed that.
Yes, he was called Mr. Feeney.
And Robert Axelrod was that thin guy at the beginning. Apparently he's the dude that looks like
what?
That is not Robert. That is not Robert Axelrod.
That's what fandom says.
Fandom lies sometimes.
Let me look.
They do be lying. They be making.
It says Robert Axelrod is Thin Man.
Hold up. That cannot be.
Robert Axelrod, who's known for voicing Lord Zed and Finster, cameos as a Thin Man and Mr. I don't know, Jim, Mr. I don't know's Jim. This is also Axelrod's final appearance in the Power Rangers franchise before his death 18 years later.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
No, that can't be true. That can't be right. It's Thin Man. What?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Yeah.
They seem pretty confident on fandom because they gave even more information about it.
Actually, if you look at the pictures, like they do look the same.
They're talking about.
Also, keep in mind, this is 18 years before what we know of him.
Well, look,
or we last know of him.
Well, look, Mr. Feeney was the dude that actually drank the drink in the beginning of the episode. They just have Robert Axelrod credited as Thin Man, so basically it's an uncredited cameo.
Yeah, right. But he was a Thin Man at the beginning of the episode.
That wasn't it. I'm talking about Mr. Feeney was the Thin Man in the beginning of the episode. I'm saying.
Was that Mr. Feeney? No, I thought Mr. Feeney was someone else.
No, Mr. Feeney was the skinny dude in the beginning of the episode and at the end when he came to the clock tower asking he wants a personal trainer. I don't know what Thin Man is in this episode, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So it says that Robert Axelrod shows up in the gym.
Yeah, in the gym. There's a lot of people in that gym.
You know, Blackwing, everybody makes mistakes. I think you're going a little hard on Josh right now.
No, okay. I'm not going.
So maybe if we could calm it down a little
bit. No,
because
it's a surprise to me because I didn't even know Robert Axelrod was even credited in this at all. I did not know.
So I understand your frustration, but you know, just for the sake of this episode, I think we need to chill out a little bit. Calm it down. We're gonna figure this out together, okay?
I can't find a monster. This is bothering me. They won't even show a picture of it.
Oh my gosh, Corey. Hang on. Let me look it up. What's the name of the monster?
What's the monster's name? Just give me that.
I'm looking it up. Mr. McConnell. What? Who names a monster Mr.? And first of all, this is a mutant.
Mr.
Kananu? What?
Spell it.
Okay, Mecha, and then add an NAU after that. Together. Like, what kind of...
You know.
Oh yeah, that's not working. Never mind. Whatever. I give up.
All right.
It's a
So
monster quote.
So thoughts about these three episodes.
I mean, it's the Destiny arc. It's like one of my favorite arcs in this season. I still have this arc on VHS. I'm surprised I still have it. But yeah, this was like the first and the only. No, not the only. This is like one of the first pieces of Time Force media that I ever owned. So these episodes definitely stay with me for a very long time. And I love these episodes, even if Undercover Rangers is considered a ridiculous kind of.
So I just rewound the episode. You're right. Mr. Feeney is the dude, is the same dude from the beginning.
But yeah, even though Undercover Rangers is not like the best episode in the bunch, I mean, there's a lot of bad episodes in Power Rangers out there, trust me. But I thought it was satisfying. I mean, Wes gets a new toy. Alex sent it because I need you to protect Jen. Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that bit. The reason why you sent the reason why you sent that Stratocycle was I need you to keep Jen safe. Oh please.
Shit! You know who else is in this episode?
Who?
You know that redheaded extra guy who shows up in everything. He's been in Chuck. He was in what was that, Josh?
That could be any redheaded.
Anybody, Josh.
No, he's an extra who's known for being an extra.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's all, folks. See ya.
Yeah.
No,
Jesse Hyman.
Jesse Hyman. Let me look.
If you put in redhead extra actor.
He doesn't. He's not listed on the fandom.
No, because he's a background actor.
Let's see.
He's literally just in 1 or 2 background shots in the gym.
I wouldn't know that.
I just paused it, so that's why I knew that, because I looked in the background. I was like, oh shit, I know that guy.
Only Josh would know.
Definitely not the guy you're talking about.
Only Josh would know these things.
Here, I'll put it in the chat again.
Don't put it in the chat. Oh gosh.
This dude, he's known for being a background actor. He's in a lot of really nerdy stuff because he's that kind of a nerdy guy. He got kind of big around the time that
oh my god,
the last
I saw this.
I've never seen this guy before in my life.
I've seen this guy. He was a background in Spider-Man in the hallway fight scene.
Yeah, he was in that. What Dr. Horrible sing-along blog, he was in that.
Oh my
he's been around a lot. You see him in a lot of stuff.
Oh my.
I don't know. It doesn't have Power Rangers Time Force on his Wikipedia.
I'll give you the time.
He's gonna add it now. He's gonna
go to
Wikipedia. I'll hit him up on Twitter and be like, hey Jesse, I see that you were in an episode of Power Rangers Time Force that's not listed on your Wikipedia page. Okay,
and then he's gonna reply, dude, get a life.
you can see him in the background at the 7 minute, between 7 minutes and 7 minutes and 4 seconds.
You know what, Josh? I think I'm gonna take your word for it.
You will do that.
Short for saying I'm not doing this shit.
So anyway, continue with the thing that you were talking about that we forgot to talk about.
Alex just sends the Stratocycles, tells Jen to keep Jen safe, blah blah blah. That's it. That's the only reason why he sends it.
Great.
All right, the end. That's all.
The end.
Cool story.
Yeah, next week's episodes, we get a Battleizer episode, we get a team up episode, and we get a little kind of, I wouldn't say fun. We get another focus episode for Lucas.
Oh, I forgot Lucas was a character.
Poor Lucas. But yeah, sucks I'm not gonna be on for that one next week, which sucks.
Yeah, man, the Lucas episode.
Because I'm gonna be at New York Comic Con during that time.
Ooh, fancy.
They're going there.
Blackwing.
Look at me. I'm going to New York Comic Con.
How's that bragging? Okay, shut up.
Oh my gosh! Hey, just wanted to. I just wanted to let you all know that I will be going to New York Comic Con next week, which is why I will not be here.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm just kind of upset.
I just shared the picture of this dude because just whatever. I put it in the chat here so you guys can see
Josh
it.
really wants me to believe that this
I'll
person's
post this to my Twitter later, and tag the dude in it.
Josh, you better not do that.
Oh, I will.
I'm going Josh.
To. But we actually need to wrap up here. I have a meeting that I need to get to.
Me and Bryce have a show to do next.
That dude that's like you can barely see. He's like blurred out in the background.
Listen, this entire show is blurry.
That could be anybody.
Josh, remember the show is running on 480 quality.
Yeah.
There was no HD back then.
And so is this show that we're on right now, actually. Which is weird. I don't know why our streams are in 480. Did you know that?
We're in 720.
No, the playback's in 480.
You're in 480. Anyway, as I was saying, it is time for us to wrap up. Next week we will be on episodes 32, 33, and 34.
Corey, you have to take my place for those episodes. I don't care
without Jonathan.
Yeah, Corey, I don't care if you bash the Time Force and Lightspeed Rescue team up. Oh, if somebody if somebody slanders Joel, somebody better let me know because I ain't having it. I ain't having no Joel.
I mean, maybe it depends on if he does any, stereotype stuff. I'm gonna say something.
He's in like 2 scenes.
Make sure to tune in next week for that. The regular Ranger wrap-up should be back and on at its regular time of noon next week.
Noon.
We hope. Make sure to tune in to come join us on Tuesday for the series finale of What If. On Wednesday for episode 9 of Star Trek Lower Decks. And then Saturday...
Hey, figurehead! Stop showing your figures while Josh is trying to close out the show.
and stay right here because shortly after we end this, Bryce and Blackwing will be back for the Retro Sentai wrap up. I can do that too. I've got a thing.
Yeah,
a
13 Pro.
This is from What If.
You actually got the 13 Pro.
Look at my fingerprints though.
Yeah, look at the fingerprints. We will see you guys later. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media. Search for the Illuminerdi. You can find me at Vogue on Poetry Slam, Corey at C Gibson Rex 32487, Blackwing.
Who are those numbers come
I
from?
have no idea.
It's only C Gibson Rex 32487. What is that? That's some clone.
Bro.
Who's out there pretending to be me? I ain't nobody worth being. You want to be sad all day? You can be me. I mean,
Bryce, what's yours?
Bryce Ock or Bryce AWK.
It fits.
It's my. You literally said that last week. It's my initials.
Bryce, don't entertain it. Don't entertain it. Let it go.
Works. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Enjoy your Saturday, folks.